Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? We actually live right beside Farmer's Field in Cochrane, Alberta, Canada, for you Americans if you're watching. So this evening I decided to go out for a stroll, and what I like to do is I like to listen to audiobooks while I go for a walk. And tonight I'm listening to a book by Chris Voss. It's called Never Split the Difference, Negotiating as Though Your Life Depended on It. It's a fantastic book. It's probably one of the best books I've read this year so far, to date. Actually, my son actually bought the physical copy for me for Father's Day, which is pretty cool. Sometimes we like to do that every once in a while, is go hang out at Chapters, Indigo, and grab a coffee, chit-chat a little bit, buy books, that kind of stuff. It's kind of interesting. That's what we have in common. We both love books, so that's cool. He likes to read more fiction. I would say he's probably about 80-90% fiction, whereas I am about 80-90% non-fiction. So I also thought this might be a good time to just chit-chat a little bit about the Tribe of Mentors and some of the people that I'm getting to know. I feel like I'm starting to know these people really well. We have Samin Nosrat. She's a chef, and she has a book out that's called Salt, Fat, Acid, and Heat, and those are the 4 elements for cooking. So she travels all over the world trying to find different spices for some of her recipes, which is pretty cool. Then we have Steven Pressfield, and I actually purchased his book, The War of Art, from Amazon, which is pretty cool. So I'll be reading that later today as well. I try to read 2-3 books at a time, which could be my downfall. Across the tracks here, I gotta make sure there's no train coming. I actually built this up pretty good, which is nice. I like it. It's very nice here. Used to be kind of a pain in the butt to cross the tracks. So we have Steven Pressfield. So I purchased The War of Art. So I've yet to listen to it. I got it on Audible. And then, so then we have Susan Cain, which my wife has her book, Quiet. And I'm gonna read that sometime. Probably not right away. Probably, I got too much on the go right now, so I'll probably read it in the next couple of weeks. And we have Kyle Maynard, which, when I found out that this guy climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, no arms, no legs, I sent a video link to my pastor because he wants to climb Mount Kilimanjaro with a friend of his. So I don't think I'll be climbing that mountain anytime soon. We actually live close to the mountains here. They're not as big as those ones. I think Mount Kilimanjaro is about 19,000 feet. It's pretty high. So that is, he's an interesting person for sure. And we have Terry Crews. Everybody knows Terry Crews. I loved his role in The Expendables. Thought he was pretty cool. He had some of the biggest and baddest guns. I get tired holding this phone with one hand. So yeah, we got Terry Crews and we got Debbie Millman, and she likes to basically, she likes to take up psychology. She likes to go to her psychotherapist a couple times a week, because she said if she's not going twice a week, it's almost not worth it. Then we have Matt Ridley, who, like I mentioned before, he wrote a screenplay or wrote a novel called The Legend of Bagger Vance, which I have not seen that movie with Will Smith and Matt Damon. Heard it wasn't very good, so I've not watched it. I have no interest in watching that one. One of my favorite golfing movies is Tin Cup with Kevin Costner. One of my favorite shows. I think it's a pretty good movie. And then we have, what else do we have? And we also have Bozoma St. John. And she likes to watch people. She likes to go to airports, hang out, chill, and be able to just observe people. That's what she does. That's her specialty, when she wants to just take time away from her day to be able to refresh herself. And we have Tim Urban. Tim Urban's kind of an interesting guy. I remember watching one of his TED Talks, and it's quite fascinating because what was the title? Was something to do with procrastination, but it's actually pretty funny. It's actually pretty good. Kind of showed a little bit how his mind works. So I watched that one. That was pretty cool. Then we have Jana Levkin. Don't know anything about her yet, so I'll have to look her up. And then we have Ayaan Hirsi Ali. So I actually purchased her book, Infidel, so I'm going to be listening to that audiobook as well while I work. I deliver potato chips Monday to Friday, so while I'm at work I can actually listen to audiobooks, which is fantastic. And that's also what I do with Tribe of Mentors, is I listen to it while I work. Last night I tried listening to it while I was sleeping. I didn't get any sleep at all. None. So what I like to do is I like to walk over to the river. I'm only a few minutes away from the river, which is kind of cool. So I'll go and take a look. How you doing? This guy's got a cool little bike. That's kind of neat. Alright, so yeah, so we're just talking about Tim Urban. Quite the character. Went on to Ayaan. Talked about the book Infidel. So I'm going to listen to that book probably in the next few days. It's pretty cool. And then we have Graham Duncan. Don't know too much about that guy, but I'm sure I will check him out as well. So here's the river. It's pretty high right now, pretty fast. It's a beautiful area that we live in right now. Nice and green. So yeah, we have Graham Duncan, then we have who's this other person here? Soman Chenani. So some of these names aren't familiar with me because I don't know all these people yet, and I'm starting to get to know them by watching videos and all that kind of stuff. That's the only way that I can digest them. It's pretty hard in the Tribe of Mentors to get to know somebody just by reading one or two paragraphs. Maybe they have a favorite book, maybe they have a favorite quote. For me, it's easier to remember them if I can actually see them. That's the important thing. So if I could see them, I can remember them. And we have Jesse Williams, Dustin Moskovitz, and we also have Richa Chadha, and we have Max Levchin. We also have Veronica Belmont, and we also have Patton Oswalt, comedian. It's funny because I can actually see my living room right now. So I have Max Levchin over the TV set, And I also have, there's another person that's supposed to be in the fireplace, which I can't. Oh, Neil Strauss. I would know that because I would kneel before the fireplace. I knew somebody was missing. And then Veronica Belmont is on the couch. Then I have Patton Oswalt sitting on my other couch. And then we have Louis Stantley. And then if I go outside, I have a couple there, Jersey Gregorick, and then we also have his wife, and Nelia Gregorick as well. And then we have Amelia Boone out in the garden. And I also have Joel McHale, Joel McHale. Then we have Ben Stiller. Everybody knows who Ben Stiller is. So, what was one of his movies that I really liked? Oh, it's with, oh, it'll come to me. Tom Cruise is in it. Robert Downey Jr. is in it. Thunderstruck? Something like that. It'll come to me. Anyway, that was a good show. So yeah, we got him, and then we have Ann Holmes. We have Andrew something. That'll come to me. But then we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and we have crazy guy's name, Rabbi Lord Stevenson, Jonathan Stevenson, I believe. Oh no, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Stas. Oh, I can't remember the guy's name. Last name, I forgot the name. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm kind of tired. I'm just gonna take a walk around to the end here, go looking at the river, and then make my journey back to my house. Thanks for watching.